Get up. Alright, maybe I should have taken a few more things out on the side before starting the video, but here we are. This is going to be interesting. Chibi Collectibles. Oh, there was a name on the back of it. Hello, everybody. This is Maniac4Games, and we're here with the Lego room in the background with a video game related haul because I just attended a video game con El Jose. Yes, exactly. Legos for life. Nice to see you here collecting bricks. Hola. I swear, if that actually catches on, I feel like I should put it into a video. I just introduce myself as El Jose. And the minimal Spanish experience that I've had over several years, usually because I had the same Spanish teacher. Well, I never had the same Spanish teacher more than a few years. So it's always like, let's start back at the basics. And it's like, am I really learning anything? I don't know. I can't really claim to be fluent outside of English. And even in English, I'm not fluent. So we'll workshop at collecting bricks. Don't worry, we'll make it happen. Legos for life. I'm doing well. I just got back from a video game con a few hours ago. I was just trying to recoup and back up a lot of footage, so I won't have a lot here to really talk about. I mean, I can still talk about the convention here, but I won't have a lot of footage to show. I'm just going to save that for a future video where I'm not only going to talk about this year's event, but also the ones I've been to over the past 5 or so years. I've been to almost every video game con. That is officially the title of it, a video game con. I've been to almost every one of them except for one. I always forget which year it is, and I know that it's been happening since 2015. I went to the first one there. I don't remember if I skipped on either 2016 or 2017. One of those two just didn't happen. I don't know. I don't even remember what the reason was at the time, but I'm happy to keep going every year and meeting a lot of people. I don't really meet fans there. People don't even know I have a YouTube channel, and yet I'm still here with a media press related pass. I do the proper, application for it. But when I'm there and among other people, they don't recognize I have a YouTube channel. I'm not that well known within the area to be like, is that Joey? Well, except for a few people that I met there. I was talking to them about my YouTube channel and the fact I had all this equipment with me. And they're probably the first batch of people, after talking to several people, that were like, oh, he does Lego stuff. That's cool. I like Lego. And I was like, oh, cool. Because up to that point, there were several people here and there that were like, okay, so why are you at a gaming convention? Or, okay, so why are you publishing, are you doing video game stuff? Like, how does that work? I've had to explain to a bunch of people that I have done Lego stuff for 6 or 7 years up to this point, since 2012, and all the while in between, I have done some video game stuff, but I'm trying to get more into it regularly as of about a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. It's just been kind of creeping in a little bit at a time through this particular channel, even though I have been doing it historically on other channels much longer than that. Usually with kind of breaks in between, just because I've been doing a lot of stuff through here, so I'm like, you know what? Let's bring it back to this channel, and if I want to have some other stuff, I'm not sure how it's going to work, and dump it over elsewhere. So that seems like a good method. It's been working well with Maniac for Bricks more, where I've had some behind-the-scenes stuff, and I have a bunch more cooking up, so I know it hasn't been published for a few days, but I got plenty of stuff on its way for upcoming, featurettes, behind the scenes, however you want to call them. So, with today, I've got a haul of the things I picked up at a video game con, and a few shout-outs of some of those tables and people that I've met. I can't really name everybody, though, because there were some people I either didn't get their name, or I didn't get a card for them, unfortunately. So, if you check me out through Instagram and Twitter, you'll probably see a couple of posts about those people on there. I've been able to get a couple of cosplay pictures, but not everybody, because I missed a few people yesterday. I didn't get to see them today. And some people were just kind of like in between stuff, so I couldn't really get a chance for it, unfortunately. But I saw a lot of really cool cosplays there. I didn't really get to see the contest or anything, like with the big lineup of them, but that's one thing I really do like, and this is kind of a spoiler for the Video Game Con video. The one thing I do like about this convention, other than the fact that it's really local to me, I mean that's already a great bonus for me. And it's like, hey, this is less than an hour away from me. It's easy for me to go back in case I forgot something, and I did, and still be able to enjoy a lot of the con. So, what really makes this convention special is that it's close, it's gaming related, which is something I haven't really exposed myself outside of where I live, and digital press and a few other video game stores, meeting people at those locations to meet them at a convention, where there's a lot more people that I can get exposed with and get to see a lot more games. Brick Rookie, nice to see you here as well. Um, and if you saw the screen shake, it's just because I got a message. Don't worry about it. So, one of the things I really like about a video game con is it's been an easy way for me to not only meet other people about video games, but also about pop culture, geek culture in general. A lot of the tables, historically throughout these conventions, don't always have video game stuff. They may have something related to video games, but they won't be selling video games themselves, or they might not be advertising video games themselves. Some of them advertise about other conventions in the state that I live in. Some of them advertise just about the tri-state in general. But others have just made like really cool artwork, Some have 3D printed stuff, some do hand drawings, some do paintings. There's a lot of creativity that comes out because of the influence of either video games or pop culture stuff in general. So I really appreciate seeing those there as well, even if it's not all my cup of tea. Uh, I saw a couple of tables that had a lot of anime. A lot of anime. I'm not really an anime guy, believe it or not. I I catch glimpses of it every once in a while, but it's not something that I've watched like consistently or really understand it that much. Um, Trying to break through that a little bit, but I still respect that it's welcome there. There is a group of people, there is a demographic for it, and there are plenty of people who enjoy it, even if it's among video game stuff. And David Frost, nice to see you here as well. So let's get the whole started with a taste test, food test, whatever you want to call it. So this is a little item that I got. It features Sonic on it, but there are plenty of other ones that were there with AVGC, a video game con, logo on it. I think there was a couple Mario ones. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I know that they've made a lot of decorations like this from Cheapy Chocolates. They do a lot of decorations for different candies and chocolates, and I'm not being paid to say any of this. I'm not being paid by anyone of these haul items to say anything good about them. This personal experience about it. Cheapy Chocolates, they make several different items. Aiden, nice to see you here as well. So they've got several different items. And this one is a candy-coated Oreo. So they had a lot of sugar and coating around it. They, carefully make a design on them based on video game characters or video game stuff. I got to check out their table because at first I saw that they had like a whole variety of these. And I also wanted to see about one of the cons that they're advertising called PushiCon. This is Puchi Con that is coming up later this year, not this year, later this month in September, September 21st, that weekend or so in Secaucus, New Jersey. So that's closer to New York if you're in the area. But I wanted to try this out, and it basically was just a play till you win kind of game of Crocodile Dentist. A game that I've played a lot of board games. And I even told them when I was there about this. I played a lot of board games and these kinds of fun little games, and I count them as board games as well. And this one surprised me, even if it wasn't my turn. The idea of it is that you're supposed to press in these teeth on a crocodile's lower jaw, and by random, one of those teeth will cause the whole jaw to snap down. So, like a very kid-friendly version of Russian roulette. I don't know if there's a better example of that, and I don't have to use Russian roulette every time, but I guess that makes sense. It's an elimination kind of game, where it's like, if you're the person who gets the jaw closed, you lose, and the other person wins. I had to basically win 3 rounds of that in order to get one of these. So we just kept playing till I got one, and it was still fun. Because it wasn't one I tried out before, and I actually kind of want to get it and eventually show it on the channel. Crocodile Dentist. That's not something Pucci-Con made, it's just something they had there. I do have a Twitch. I haven't really updated anything on it, but I do have an account to at least follow for other people and watch some of their streams. It is the same as it is on here, Maniac4Bricks. I keep forgetting to add that into the description and everything. But and another thing I'm gonna have to update real soon is Discord. I do have a Discord. It is Maniac4Bricks. I know it has a particular URL to it. I just keep forgetting to add that in for like the default text in the live streams. I do add that for a lot of the videos, especially lately, because people keep asking about it. And so yeah, I'm gonna try out the Sonic Oreo cookie. I got a better photo of it that I'll share throughout social media, because I know this one's starting to, some of the icing is starting to come off of that one. But good to hear that you're starting to stream on there. I'm definitely following a bunch of people more than I'm doing streaming myself. Once I get the equipment hooked up, I would be happy to do streaming on there as well, even if it's this kind of streaming. I just need to learn the technology with it. But in the meantime, I'll be happy to watch other people streaming. There's one guy I met this weekend who does a lot of Twitch streaming, and I'm following his stuff. So here we go. I don't think I've even had a candy-coated Oreo cookie like this before, so I'm looking forward to it. That is very sweet. That's funny. This isn't even the first... The Hinkle eyes are watching. Welcome, Kevin, to the stream. So, hashtag Maniac for Stacks. That's the one I was looking for. I forgot the name. That should be on the Wyatt Failed series on the other channel, because that happened for a time, and then just brushed away and only slightly coming back. That is so sweet. It actually hurts my tooth, and I have sweet teeth. So the snack theorists. M&M's. How do they do it? Today we'll find out. How did they print the M's on the... I actually did that as a 5th grade project. I wrote to Mars Inc. and I asked them about how do they print the M's on the M&M's. I should find that letter. That's around somewhere, definitely. That was a fun year. 5th grade was a good year for English. Anywho, it's a very sweet Oreo, and I have a sweet tooth, but that's a lot to take in at first bite. So maybe now that I've broken through, it might be a little easier because they had like the outer coating. I don't know, but it's still a really good treat. I still enjoy it. I'm happy to have tried a candy coated Oreo, which I've never tried before, but I know that they've existed for a while. I'm pretty sure macaroons aren't the same thing, because I know they're candy coated on top, but I don't know what the inside is like. I've never tried one of those. I just know that they exist. So I bought something to drink. Well, too late for that. I have not tried fried Oreos. I don't know if I've really tried any fried foods. Ow. That one tooth is just not having a good day. Wow. Okay. I think I might have to put this down for now, because yeah, that tooth is having a hard time. Next, first I'm talking about Crocodile Dentist. Now I need to go see a dentist. Just kidding here. That is it's gonna be fine. But I do find that funny that it's a Crocodile Dentist game in order to get a sweet treat. Anywho, so that was a good cookie. I will look into Pucci-Con. I have no guarantees if I'll go, but you'll probably see it on here if I do. Just like I said for this one. But it wasn't fine. 3 hours later. Oh, I finished the cookie. No, yeah, it's all good. And they had a cute button too about their about the convention, so you can see that here. They mentioned that it's mostly a video game and anime related convention. So it seems along the same lines of a video game con to me. Probably a bigger focus of anime than I'm used to, but again, I'll tolerate it. I'll work with it. There are some animes I do want to watch out of curiosity, out of popularity. Cowboy Bebop being probably the biggest example off the top of my list. But that's a whole conversation for another day. But it does sound interesting. It's still local to me. I'll look into it, and if I'm going, you'll see it here. That would actually be funny if I actually had a video where I was like, am I going to this convention? And the video is just, no. Where it's like, wait, every one of these up to this point is a yes. It's a plot twist. That's what it is. It's called changing the formula. So it no longer becomes a formula. They also had business cards. One of the people that was running the stand is Xeno9933. I can't give a high recommendation yet since I'm just found them, and I'll definitely check out their work. Rise, nice to see you here. I guess you're looking for more meme potential for one of your next haul videos. Cool. Seriously, he got me good. Because for once I'm not busy during a stream. Wow. It's pretty good. I don't watch much anime, but I do recommend Cowboy Bebop, along with Outlaw Star, Big O, and of course Dragon Ball Z. I don't know how I feel with Dragon Ball. Any iteration of Dragon Ball. I grew up with it. I watched it every so often on, I think, Cartoon Network. But I didn't quite follow with the story that much. I kind of just watched from episode to episode at random, like a rerun kind of thing. So I didn't realize that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were two different things and two different, like, segments, you know? But they showed them back to back. I didn't realize that. I was like, wait, why is he a kid now? What, you know? It's just like, if they're showing two episodes of what I thought was the same thing, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. And it is kind of a story-driven show, so I don't have much to work from. I can recognize characters. I can't tell you anything about them. And I'm with a group of people that really know their Dragon Ball Z. I used to work at a Boy Scout camp where a bunch of people watched it, like, a lot. And it fathoms me that people can watch that, because I realize that there's over 300 episodes for all those iterations. So DBZ is the one to go for, you say. You poor man. Rise, you don't want to know the half of it. So there's this other table. I didn't really get a lot of stuff from them, but I did get information. I can check them out later on. Mr. Hinkster, did you watch Abridged? And those 300 episodes weren't even their final form. Okay, I know some memes, but I don't know. I also, more recently, I've been introduced to the idea that a lot of aspects of Sonic the Hedgehog and Dragon Ball, whichever iteration, kind of line up with each other, like, very strangely. So I was like, I guess. I don't know enough about Dragon Ball to really verify, but, like, if you say so, okay. Okay, then. Like how there's Super Sonic, and then there's Super Saiyan, and they have this, like, you know, like, yellow aura around them. It's bigger, spikier hair than normal. You know, ultra power to them. I don't know if there was a connection between the Dragon Balls and the Chaos Emerald. I don't know. Again, you guys know more about that stuff than I do. As I was saying, I walked by this one table that had their own card game that they were developing and working on a second one coming soon. So Hide and Zeke is the newer card game to look out for, but the one they have currently is called Terrazone Clash of Creatures, and they have social media links. Again, I'm still looking into them, but it does sound fascinating. I got to sit and watch a game of it. I didn't play much of it myself. It's been a while since I've played any serious card games like that. But I still thought it was really cool for a lot of the artwork they did on them. No offense, Kevin. I like a lot of people's artwork. There is no connection. Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a true connection. I'm just saying I've seen somebody compare them. Sonic Bad. What was that? There's like a hand like drawing, I guess it is. Okay, cool. Nice. Did I miss something here? Oh, okay. Amplify, nice to see you here. And no, I did not pay those people to say, is that Joey? They were people I met at the convention. They're the same ones I mentioned earlier in the stream, where I was talking with a bunch of people about, like, oh, is it okay if I record here while playing this? Like, they might have been, part of the footage or anything like that. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. And I tell them about, like, I run this YouTube channel. No, this is Patrick. Nicely done. I paid them. I probably should at least given them something. But no, they were people. They didn't know me from Adam. I talked to them about my YouTube channel, and I say most of the stuff I do is Lego related, but I have broken into doing some other toys and games. And one of the guys was really excited. He was just like, dude, I love Lego. This is awesome. And he was looking through the channel, and he was just like, I gotta watch these as soon as I get home. I see it, and this was Saturday night. Sunday, I happened to see them. During Saturday, I also mentioned to them about the "Is That Joey" thing. I was just like, well, if you guys find that stuff, there he is. I'm one of the kids, and I'm the one that said, yeah. Way to join the stream. I forgot to get your name earlier. I'm really sorry about that. Repsplat, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you very much. So we got a celebrity in the room, everybody. Welcome to the stream, Repsplat. He is in on the joke about "Is That Joey?" which I felt I had to address it to them because they'll probably see it in future stuff that I put out. It comes up every once in a while, or when I'm in other people's streams, so he knows exactly what we're talking about when people say, "Is that Joey?" So, yeah, I didn't pay them, but I probably should have given them something more for that. Is that Resplat? There you go, Repsplat. Awesome. And Kevin, you're gonna love Kevin. Everybody loves Kevin. Me, I don't know if they love him, but everybody loves Kevin. Excuse me while I try to get some of the icing off from that cookie. Don't want to tamper all the other stuff with it. Probably should have done that beforehand, or brought a napkin, or anything else than what I did. As you can tell, my live streams don't have a script to them any more than a video does. Podcast. Amplify, please explain. That's my secret. Wait, Kevin, are you always angry? Is that your secret? Anywho, how about we do the whole stuff? We've been here 20 minutes. And a couple more things from other people that I met at the convention. Nope. Oh, I'm always angry. Aw, come on. Hearts for Kevin, everybody. I can relate the most to Brian because we both bite our nails. Yeah, I'm a similar way. I got that as a nervous habit. So there was this one person that I saw there today. My friends call me Hulk. Called Weeboids, which is a place that does stuff out of New York. I'll check them out, more stuff, and if I like it, you'll see it here and other socials. That's what it's all about. There was this cool table, which I was able to get some footage, and I'll share more about it later. Lego Podcast, yes, we will get into profile. I actually have a video coming soon about that to reintroduce it. Didn't really get addressed on the channel, only got addressed somewhere else, Instagram and Twitter, and kind of got faulty. So I'm gonna bring it well. Did you do the haul? No, we're doing it right now. You were right on time, Repsplat. So I came by this one table that had a gaming magazine. There were a few tables for it, but I definitely like this one because they had the original Pong. They had all of the mechanisms for it, all the computer stuff, but it was only like part of the unit. It wasn't the full cabinet. So it was, from the outside, it just looked like one big wooden box. Had the yellow slate on it, just had two knobs. They're working to recreate it into a cabinet because it got destroyed at one point, but that part got saved. But other than that, oh, okay, Amplify. I'll post a video soon about it. Don't worry. So there we go. So this group actually does a lot of gaming magazine stuff called Old School Gamer Magazine. I will probably address them a little bit more and maybe even do a read through about this issue in particular, if permission allowed. Amplified by Kevin Engel. There's a special GamerCon issue, and I got to read through some of it about different interviews that they have, histories about different types of video game stuff. There was one thing that caught my eye in here that I started reading like right away, because of course it does. And this would happen whether or not it was video gaming related. This would happen if it was Lego related, even just other toys in general. And it's something I actually did at one point, but I'll probably bring that back at some point. Happy Meal toys and food tie-ins. So about video game stuff in food. And this is just a great picture. I've never seen this before, but I would love if someone dressed up in a Sonic outfit, wearing a McDonald's hat, and gave me a Happy Meal just like that. That is amazing. I know we just said Sonic Bad Rise Bell, but come on. So for somebody to go through the effort to have a costume and fit it through a drive-through window like that, you gotta give him credit. That Sonic guy was crazy at the con. Yeah, he was something. That's my other secret. Hey, Sega, how's it going? So, moving on from there, AVGC, Classic Edition. Let's get to actual stuff I bought. So, funny story with this one. I go around, as soon as I get into the convention, I'll try to look out the tables. They had 2 rooms of vendor tables, and I just wanted to see what stuff they had. Few stuff was on my mind of what I was trying to pick up, but couldn't find in other video game stores recently. And one of the games I was looking for was Gauntlet Legends for the N64. Now, there are multiple ports of it. There's a PlayStation version of it, but the N64 is usually defined as the definitive one, because right out of the gate, you can play up to 4 players with this, no multi-tap required. You just need enough controllers. PlayStation version, I don't know if it's graphically any worse. All I know is that you would need an extra multi-tap because it only has 2 built into the system. So, bam! I was able to find it. And for $45 before tax. A lot of the places had tax. I didn't mind that. It's something I've seen at other conventions. It's no big deal. So I picked this up, and immediately behind me, I realized there was a table. Oh, I didn't look over here. They had 2 copies of the game for $35. I tweeted about it shortly after, and I was just like, well, it's still a game I wanted, and it's still not a bad price, but I felt like, it's right there. You know, just the right, like literally across from the same booth. And I could have saved $10. Well, there goes that. But it's still something that I'm happy to have finally in my collection. I actually did have a N64 game collection update video a while ago. Problem with it was it didn't show any visuals. It was only audio. I don't know why it uploaded like that, except for my computer being a butt at the time. So I'll probably redo that video and hopefully make it better and include this in it. So now you know. Gauntlet Legends is one of the games that I've been looking for quite some time. Rayman 2 was another one, and a bunch of people did have it, but I just didn't know if that was going to be another case where I was like, I find it at this price, but it's actually cheaper somewhere else. So I can hold off on that. It is a common one. I'm not worried. It's me in that picture, 1993. Yeah, exactly. I'm more of a Vizon cosplayer was really good at Brick Fair, Virginia. That was amazing. Like, I've never seen anyone do any Bionicle cosplay in person, and that was amazing. Or I guess the last time I did was technically when they had the Halloween costumes, like in 2003 or 4. And I was Makuta. My brother was Vakama. He had some kind of injury on his foot or knee or some part of his leg, so he couldn't even trick or treat by walking. We had to bring him in a wagon. He's a broken Toa Metru Vakama in a wagon getting trick-or-treating candy. I'm sure there's pictures out there. Well, I haven't put any pictures out there, but I mean, like, I think we have family photos of it. But if I find those, it'll be fun to have as a throwback thing. Be cool. I won a game of the console wars. I forgot to go to the console wars panel. I thought about it, but I must have slipped my mind of what time it was. So that's awesome. They won stuff there. I only went to maybe one or two panels this year. Previous years I haven't went to all of them. I only go to like two or three out of each of the video game cons. Um, but yeah, this one not as much. I still just wanted to go around and see all the stuff. I will say a little disappointed with the arcade selection this year, but since they kind of crunched some stuff in the same room for gaming, I could kind of understand that. Like some of it was for tournaments, some of it was the general like widespread of different games available to play. They didn't have as many cabinets, but there were still some. I was able to play DDR Extreme, and after like two or three songs, I was tired. Probably didn't help that I was like stepping to beats that weren't on the screen. So like just to keep with rhythm of it, I'd be tapping off to the side before hitting one of the directional buttons. So that kind of wore me out a little faster than if I was just like keeping it in my head. I don't know. That'll be fun to share that footage. Or at least snippets of that footage. There was a lot I recorded with that. There was some drumming game. I forget the name of it. And I know that Repsplat is gonna know it because I asked him about it and I still don't remember it because most of the text was Japanese and I can't read that. And but it was still cool. It was actually a cool one to try, and I don't know if they ever had a home console version of it, but I don't know. If I could play it again, I'd try it. I'd try it again. Maybe it's like a Wii version because it's like motion control. I don't know. They traded it for a console wars pin. Oh, okay. Even though you could have gotten that for free, though, right? Because I got one of those for free. Uh, high-pitched Dumbledore voice. You're a butt. Nicely done. Joey, will you do Bionicle cosplay with me next year? I like the idea of it. We have to figure out what we're gonna do because I feel like it would make sense if we were both in the same category of Bionicle. You know, is it more than just is it G1? You know, are we both gonna be Toa and Naika? Are we both gonna be villains? I don't know, but I do like the idea of that, and I do have some friends in cosplay I might have to talk to about how to get that all arranged. I've talked at nauseum about doing a Naparu cosplay, like actually using Nerf blasters and having an appropriate gear for that. I don't know anything about how to make the material for the costume, but I was like, I already got the props ready, or theoretically have them ready. I don't have the ones I would use for it just yet. Eventually, though, as you know. How dare you hesitate? I don't mean to hesitate. I'm just like, I'm doing hesitating again. There we go. Yoram was so sad about the arcade because the other years there was, yeah. Me and one other person were like, I'm so sad that there aren't any pinball machines. I'm not a huge pinball guy myself, but I do find it fun every once in a while. And I've been to some places. They have a big row of arcade machines that are just pinball related. And, you know, among other arcade machines that are going on. So yeah. Are you going to go to ToyCon in November? Same place as AVGC this year. I have been to ToyCon, that must have been a couple of years ago. 2016? 17? I don't know. It was quite a while ago. What do you mean you can't drop countless hours and hundreds of dollars of paint and crap foam? Yeah, you're right. I probably could. Look, we'll talk. If we can actually get a game plan together, I'm in. You know? So, where was I? Yeah, I could go to ToyCon. I just have to figure it out because it feels weird. ToyCon and there's another show kind of like that usually takes place in the same area around the same time. Is like you have to pay a ticket to get in to a marketplace. You know, where you're already going to be spending money for other things, other tables. I don't quite understand the philosophy of that, and that's kind of one thing that kind of drew me away from going to a bunch of them. Like I went for a little while, but I was just like, well, how is this gonna work? I did have a table one year at Toy Con, and it was okay, but I think I just basically broke even, and then some of that I turned around to get the Lego Ideas bird set and a I forget what the Avenger set was called, but it was the one with Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Carnage, the first one that came out, and maybe another set or something like that. But yeah, basically, didn't seem worthwhile for me to keep doing that because I didn't get in the rhythm of it. You should be Scarabex the Beetle. Who's who's that? Kevin, you're losing me. I'm already lost, but you're losing me. Joey can push my shoulder, helping monitor. Oh! Oh! You mean click? Wait. I just saw a giant Joseph. I'm like, stop! I don't know what's going on anymore. I spent so much money, I gotta show you the stuff I got. I forgot your Insta. Yeah, I had to Google Scarabex, don't worry. Okay. I have a feeling I don't know what Kevin's talking about and how upset I'm making him. I love pinball. Yeah, I was actually open to do more pinball stuff because I have a video idea about pinball machines versus home console games. And it would be great if there were more at a video game con so I could do that appropriately. So I decided to go with a few Neo Geo cabinets. I was able to finally play Windjammers, a game I've known about for quite some time, and that was fun. That was actually really fun. I mentioned before DDR, so you guys are gonna have fun seeing me try to dance on that. I think I posted something yesterday about somebody else dancing on it that was really good. He was right after me. I was just like, dude, you really got it. Like he stepped up to the plate and he's just like, let's see if I still got this. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure you do. Because he was getting into it. It's like he had a dance routine ready. Like, it was really good. All right. So, where are we at? Gauntlet Legends for the N64. I actually saw another vendor that had this $40 with a kind of generic plastic N64 case over it and the manual. It's like, even that would have been good. But I digress. I made my decision, even if it was a poor one. And now on to better decisions. Kevin. You got me. I played Astro City. I didn't play it, but I saw people playing it. Also, when you gonna post the vid you took of us? I posted it to Instagram and Twitter last night. And on here, I think I posted it to another account. So, if I post it on this channel, it'll be in that video with the video game con stuff. So, like a recap. So, that'll happen. I met Dan and Pat of Console Wars, a fellow YouTube channel, where they basically go over Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I think it's Genesis. It's either Genesis or Master System. I always forget. No, it's Genesis. They go over the differences between console ports of games from the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. And, like, graphically, if one's better. Gameplay, is it better? Soundtrack, is it better? There are some really good episodes out there, and my personal recommendation is the Maximum Carnage Spider-Man episode, because I love the music in there from the Super Nintendo. Genesis isn't too bad. And even though it's a game I've never played myself, it got me more interested in playing it. So it was nice to meet them there. I did meet Some Call Me Johnny. I've only posted a picture about it because he didn't have any merch or anything. So it's just like, oh, well, that picture's out there, and had a fun quote with it, which is like, that kind of fit with what I'm used to, his style of humor from the video. So I'm like, oh, that was okay. I didn't feel slighted with that. Not like how Kevin says, wait, did the haul start or anything? You know, that, I don't know. You got me. So, yeah. What are you holding and to where? At another table, I was trying to look around, and I happened to find a couple of Lego games I already own them, and I'm still working on a Lego game collection video. Well, just collection. Maybe a video TBA. Lego Racers, I already have as a loose copy for the N64. It's the only Lego game on the N64, by the way. But I wanted to get it in box. Because it's kind of... It's in that kind of phasing era where it's like right before they have actual game cases for a lot of games. You know, otherwise it's just the box itself with a piece of cardboard in there. Kind of like a lot of Game Boy Advance games, which might have been the last of the breed. And I thought, well, let me give it proper respect. Let me get it with the box. So I got it for about... I actually got 2 copies of them. One of them I'm sending out to a friend of mine who's also looking for it. 2 for $25, which isn't that bad. And that was without tax. So that was pretty good. So, yeah. It has a little insert in there. Has the game on the side. I am not using a finger to any weird thing. It doesn't have the instructions in here, but it might have it in the other one. But it's still clean copy. It even has a video game store sticker on it, which is fun. I don't mind it. Unless it's, you know, blocking the artwork on the front. That's kind of rude. But, yeah, that's fine. There's a little bit on the back of it. I don't know if this is the place that it came from. Oh, it's in good shape. It's crisp. It did actually say crisp on it, but it just says CB. Complete box. So, that's really good shape. The other one, a little denting here and there, but not that bad. And again, 2 for $25. That's about, like, 12 each, so I'm not worried about it. Mokina Video, Illinois. I don't know if that's directly where it came from, but it's traveled there at some point. We got an Eli in the chat. Is that Joey? It is. And I did not put that back in properly, but I'll fix that later. I don't even have that many N64 boxes anymore. Some of you might have known a long time ago, I actually traded a whole bunch of them from my personal collection. And a few of the Pokemon Game Boy boxes, and I think 1 copy of Mario Party, I forget which number it was, to get the Lego Futuron Monorail, which is usually 400, 500, something, even used. This one has a couple parts missing, a few things that need touching up. I'll get back to it at some point, but that's not bad for a trade. The trade value by the other person was the equivalent of $120. So that's good. It's one of those cases where they don't realize what value that they have. And if not for something like that, they probably would have eventually found out and been like, well, I probably could have made a lot more money. So this is the other box, which just has a little bit more denting on the side, on the front of it. But still not too bad. Still works. Still has a game in there. This one also doesn't have the instruction manual from what I'm seeing. There is some kind of piece of paper in there. Maybe there was just like a paper insert or something. But, that one says this thing on the front. I'm going to have to erase that. Okay. I mean, yeah, truthfully, I probably should have inspected it before purchasing it, but I didn't know if I was allowed to open them. But still, I think even box alone, it's good. It's good for me. And then the next thing I have here, one of the last things, I say that because Console Wars pin, as I mentioned before, they were a freebie. They didn't even have to buy the shirt to get it, but I did. And the next thing, last thing we have here for things I purchased was a Legoland PC game with box. Eventually, look, the Lego video game collection is going to go off the rails, as if it hasn't already. With trying to find every version of a Lego game. And it's definitely going to take some time, but at least I'm making some ground with it. I love PC boxes that flip open, more detail on it. I love those. And even Lego set boxes that have that where it's like, you know, you look at the front of the set, and it has a little tab on the bottom, and it's like, oh, you can see the whole thing. Or sometimes you see the parts or whatever. I don't know which video you just saw. Oh, the recording, yeah. So this one does have the instructions and some kind of big stapled paper in here. Oh, it's a README text. Oh, okay. Thank you for purchasing Legoland. This document contains important information concerning Legoland. Has an index with it, or a table of contents. This is like the stuff you would find on the CD itself, but somebody decided to print it out. I got this for $8, which isn't bad. And Legoland isn't a game I actually own the original edition of it. I have the Masterpiece Edition. I probably have like a Scholastic Edition or two. So it is neat having the authentic. And I know I have other Lego set, Lego PC game boxes somewhere. Even the original Lego Island one, which I got an extra copy of a few months back. But I still have to look for that. I know that most of them have been, like, the cardboard insert is taken out, and the boxes we folded up because it was easier for storage and for moving. But I'm sure they're around somewhere, buried in the garage, which is basically the equivalent of my attic. So you know it's scary to go there. Some page on the back of it about an email from the year 2000. Oh, we got a time capsule, don't we? In response to your question about Legoland, your customer number is blah, blah, blah. Monday, June 26, 2000. Hello, you need to complete all the missions before you get to the free play option. That's running my Legoland software on a compact computer. Oh, I remember compact. With 388 megahertz, blah, blah, blah. Most of the software ones except the free play. Oh, okay, I see. They had like the response above what the question was. Okay, that's information I kind of knew, so it's not a big deal. Wait, what is this? Oh my gosh, a CompUSA receipt. It actually still has printing on it. Receipts nowadays, that ink vanishes. So, first of all, it's been a long time since I've even seen a CompUSA. I think they went out of business a long time ago. Yeah, $8 for it. It's great. This was bought around the year 2000. Oh, here we go. January, February, March, April, May. May 29th, 2000 for $10.81 after tax. So getting this, you know, almost 20 years later for $8, that's not bad. And again, that was kind of a with tax thing because that's just how it rolls. But still, I like it. The Purple Stud, nice to see you here. Yo! So when I get to the Lego house, I'll be going to the OG Legoland in the airport, the one that Lego sent Lego all around the world back in the day. Very nice. I don't remember if you told me before you're going to Lego house. That's awesome. And I got a lot of things. Well, okay, I'm not going to tell you to do everything, but I do have questions for when you go. If you get a chance to memory lane, I don't know if that's part of the Lego house or if that's more of the factory tour, business. But Lego house does have like some kind of like hall of relics. Am I right? I don't know. One of my goals would be eventually to go to a factory tour, and I would. I'm super happy that I'm going. Yeah, as you should be. One of my goals, if I ever go to the factory tour. Okay, thank you, Kevin, for clarifying. As a Lego bucket list item, which I think would be a fun video on its own, as a Lego bucket list item, one of my things is to not only go on the factory tour, but to go to the memory lane, because I would love to see the variety of sets in there, and I would pick out the obscure stuff. Maybe it'd be fun to see stuff that I grew up with, still in box or whatever, but I still have that at home. So it'd be even better for me to see all the weird stuff still kept in good condition. Like, I used to have okay, this is a little bit of both. I had this one Duplo set that was Wild West themed, and it had a very unique molding for the bucket that it was in, shaped like a Duplo figure at the time. And they've added several like that, but it would be amazing to see that again. Because I can't even find that on eBay, even if I were to recollect. So, they've even got a catalog in here about various Lego games. I actually have a Lego Friends box down here I totally forgot about. I bought it on eBay a while ago, in box with all the inserts and things like that. So, there's the catalog where it folds out for all the different Lego games at the time, back when it was Lego Media. And then we've got the instruction manual, nicely kept together. Like, some of mine are folded up and missing stuff. Lego catalog for the Lego Club with the Maniac on it. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to fold out. It's just the one half sheet. Lego Media, register today. I never know what the registration was about. I was a kid. I still don't know what it's about. And then you got the free voucher for Legoland, California. Can I bring this in now? I don't want them to take it, but that would be really funny. Oh, here we go. Valid until December 31st, 2000. All right. Well, first I had to get myself to Legoland. Then I gotta afford how to get in there. Yeah, kind of basic, same way as I've seen a lot of the Lego manuals at the time for all the options, things to do, the different characters in there. A long list in here about epilepsy warning on the back page. Cool stuff, you know, for kids, for Lego fans. And of course, it does have the jewel case of Legoland on the PC. I don't think I've ever even seen that case before. Like that is the front design of it. Neat. It's just stuff that's boring and uninteresting that I find fascinating. Also, we have low battery, so I apologize in advance if it just cuts out on, suddenly. I just didn't charge my phone enough, I guess. The Lego House does have a nice history section. Oh, okay. How do I know about that? What? Oof. And there's a look on the inside about the CD case with the CD itself. I don't know what Crystallis is. I guess it's a developer or something. Crystallis Software Limited. Okay, there we go. Neat. So, a couple things. We got Legoland on the PC, all the components, 2 copies of Lego Racers on the N64, at least the game and the cardboard insert. So, I'll find the manual sometime later. I'm sure a lot of the other inserts are standard stuff, Lego catalog, you know. Gauntlet Legends on the N64. And partially eaten Sonic the Hedgehog Oreo cookie. And Console Wars t-shirt. They didn't have AVGC shirts. I didn't see any like that. I mean, the staff had them, but none as like a merch table, which I was kind of like, be nice if they did. I would have picked one up. You need to write a book about all this crazy, bizarre Lego stuff. You don't say, Kevin. You don't say. And a Console Wars t-shirt and button. So, nice to get some merch. Nice to find some YouTubers to find out about, and even Twitch streamers that I, more locally, smaller time stuff. Oh, and also wanted to mention the Old School Gamer magazine. So, got that as well. A handful of goodies that were still good. And I will try to work on that recap video sometime soon. So, I guess you can count this as something that I got. Press. Yeah, I'm Press. I should have like the classic like fedora hat with the little, index card in it that says Press. Like, excuse me, sir. Can you tell me about this electronic gaming console? This is the part where I just get really goofy, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, well, I'll definitely have some ideas for more video game videos that I've had for a while and, try to get those going. As far as scheduling, still working that out. As long as I know what the backlog of videos is, then it'll be easier to schedule this stuff. So I'll try to have a good balance between Lego content, video game content, and all the other toys in between. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and all the goofiness that goes along with it. They sold them. Oh, they were. Ah, man. I walked right past them like a dozen times. The shirts are in front. Dang. I wish I paid more attention. Yeah, I was only half prepared for this weekend, obviously. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you, RepSplat, for stopping by and having any interest in my channel. Where are your Lego? There was actually 1 or 2 vendors there with Lego stuff. One had Lego Dimension Starter Pack. They had a handful of Lego games all throughout. A lot of vendors, when they had video game stuff, it was just loose copy Lego Racers on the N64. and occasionally some of the Xbox or Wii versions of Lego games. PlayStation, I think I saw once or twice. Nothing older, not much in the Game Boy category. So I tried to look out for it, but it wasn't there. But yeah, one guy did have minifigures. Some of them were knockoffs, some of them were legit. I was actually thinking if I was to make that realistic sig fig that I've talked about for a while, they did have the Harry Potter that I've considered the torso for. They had it for $5 and they had 10 or so copies of it. And I was like, I don't know, that might be a lot to throw down for it. And I don't even know if I should hand it out for other people that much. Like, I don't know how many people would even want it, or if I would just let them know, hey, here's what the parts are. If you have them, cool. If you don't, I already got dozens of my other sig fig. So I'm still working that out. A lot of things to work out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with more videos. Oh, excuse me. That was not good. Hearts for Joey. Yeah, that's another thing, Rep Splat, I forgot to mention as one of the inside jokes for my quote unquote community. I don't know what this is. People that follow me is a thing called Hearts for Joey, like a little boost of confidence, you know, like, hey, we're doing good, we're doing fine. It started over on Instagram because one of the few other ways that you could reply on a stream is that you'll be able to like tap on the screen for hearts. Always Hearts for Joey. Kevin, you just picked the right people that just like, here's an inside joke and roll with it. Perfect. Like Arizona Dan, he picked up on that stuff right away. Rep Splat, right on cue. Perfect. So, yeah. We'll have a bunch more video game stuff worked in with all the Lego stuff. I will get to the hidden side stuff rather soon. As long as I got the right space worked out for it and all that. There's still the 4,000 subscriber giveaway going on. I think most of you guys are subscribed to the channel, so you're already set for that. You know, showing around about the channel and about the giveaway would help. Like I said, it's the one time a year where I'm gonna allow myself to shell out for more subscribers, like as blunt as possible. Like, hey, I want to grow my fan base. Even if it sounds dumb and corny, everybody does it at some point. So I'm gonna at least make it worthwhile, where you get to win something from it. Probably won't mention the giveaway that much on the non-Lego stuff, just on the Lego videos. So it's not gonna be on all the video game related stuff, the toy related stuff. Believe me, I got a lot of ideas for the toy stuff, even though I haven't done those in a while either. I got a whole lot of toys and board games to go through. It's just finding the time for it. And editing the Toy Story 4 video that is well overdue. But yeah, you guys are good. I'm just rambling at this point, as I usually do, as you know. So if the viewership drops off, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna go plug my phone in and take care of business. So thank you once again to Mr. Hinkle Draws, Rep Splat, Rise Bell, E-Logger Channel, and that's all. There's a fifth person in here, but I counted 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it Sega? Did Sega just stop talking? I don't know. Well, Sega was in here earlier, though. There's a few people in the beginning. I don't know if they're still here. I can't really see from here who else is involved. But thanks all for watching. I'll have the video going out sometime this week about Video Game Con. I did finally get the Game Grumps video posted. That's on my other channel, Maniac4Games, where there'll be some tidbits of gaming stuff on there. That one I moved on there because it does have some above PG-13 content, I would like to say, just for what's being said or what might have, alluded to. So just be wary on that. No age restriction currently because it wasn't that far up the ladder, but just be wary. It's about an hour, 20 minutes or so of content. And I think there's a part 2 I should be having soon because some stuff I forgot to add into that video and I was like, oh, this is right after it. And I think it'll be fun to post separately. So thanks for watching. See you later.